Insurance companies bank on the fact that most of their customers do not have the money to hire a lawyer to get the benefits they're entitled to on a claim. This big insurance company is putting the burden of filing this confusing paperwork on its most vulnerable customers, the sick and the dying. I started practicing law back in 1983, about 30 years ago now. And the reason I love the law is because you can represent an individual no matter how rich or poor. As long as they have a legitimate claim, they can take on an opponent of any size. And I like helping the little guy take on the big business.
During the past 3 decades, attorney David Bernstein has represented more than 1,000 injured Oklahomans, restoring lives that have been shattered by auto accidents, personal injury, product liability, and wrongful death. David welcomes the most formidable cases, challenging major corporations and insurance companies that often deploy unlimited resources to crush the rights of consumers who lawfully seek restitution.
I'm a big fan of David and Goliath. I think it's a story that most people know where David's a guy with just a slingshot, a few stones, and he's taken on an oversized opponent in full battle gear. He's got all of the weapons money can buy, and David wins because he's on the right side. That's a story my clients can relate to, and that's a story I definitely can relate to.
Throughout his legal career, this Norman lawyer has achieved 6- to 7-figure settlements and verdicts, including an historic $9 million jury award for the tragic wrongful death of a young nurse.
There are many lawyers that will take claims and will settle them, just try to make a fee and go down the road. I take a different approach. If I believe in the case, I'll spend whatever it takes. Some cases I've spent 6 figures of my own money because I believe in the case.
In the pursuit of justice, David has achieved several landmark rulings from the Oklahoma Supreme Court, establishing case law that has benefited not only his clients, but consumers statewide.
I had a couple cases go all the way to the Supreme Court and make good law. And that's something I'm proud of. It's something I hope that will help citizens of Oklahoma, and something I hope they can look back on and say those cases made a difference.
The Bernstein Law Firm specializes in the defense of Oklahomans struggling with unforeseen tragedy, including bad faith insurance claims, personal injury, automobile and truck accidents, wrongful death, and products liability, which extends to the victims of defective medical devices and harmful prescription drugs. David personally litigates all his cases and never charges a fee until the lawsuit is settled.
My clients don't pay me a penny till the case is successfully resolved. In the rare case where we don't win, they owe me nothing. I'll spend my own money, up to sometimes over $100,000 on a case if necessary, to take the case to wherever it needs to go, to pay experts, do depositions, whatever's necessary for the case. Most people that I see are worried about how they're going to make their next mortgage payment or rent payment. They may be missing work and wondering how they're going to make their next whatever bill they have to pay. So the last thing they need is to worry about paying me.
In addition to protecting clients' rights, the Bernstein Law Firm publishes a quarterly magazine advising the public on how to avoid hazards in today's world. The safety report is disseminated online to a worldwide audience through the firm's website and usasafetylawyer.com. David's compassion for Oklahomans suffering misfortune inspired him to help establish Lawyers Against Hunger, feeding families in need warm holiday meals. Long-standing support for a variety of charitable causes underscores this Norman native's gratitude for professional success and his personal desire to enrich his community.
When you give, it makes you feel better, and it seems like good things happen back tenfold. So I'm a big believer in giving, because it's blessed me throughout my whole life and careers.
Turning Back the Hands of Time chronicles courtroom victories of an experienced advocate, one who embraces battles that transform lives.